At number 10 on our list today of mistakes you can make in Fortnite is not crouch walking. What is up, everybody? Chaos here. Welcome back to Gaming Facts by Gameology. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make in Fortnite is not crouch walking. Sound is a massive component of success in Fortnite Battle Royale. And in order to get as far as you can, you need to make as little sound as possible. And one of the worst things you could do in Battle Royale is be on a streak with all the gear you need, and suddenly somebody drops down on you and kills you because they heard you stomping around. That's right. If you are suspicious that someone is nearby, you need to be crouching to make little to no sound as opposed to standing straight up, which is very, very loud. At number 9, not rearranging your inventory. There is a reason why when you watch high-level Fortnite players or streamers, you always see them rearranging things in their inventory on the fly. And the more you watch them, the more you'll notice their patterns. They will have a designated shotgun slot, and a healing slot, and a precision weapon slot, so on and so forth. The reason for this is because you always want to know where those types of weapons are in your inventory so you can swap really quickly and get to them right when you actually need them. Find an inventory setup you like and start getting it in your muscle memory so you never get confused as to where things are the instant you need it. Next up is not jumping while running. When you're running out in wide open fields and streets, you should always be jumping and strafing to make yourself harder to snipe from people who may be hiding and checking you out from a distance. Be sure to time your jumps a certain way though, because if you jump too close together, you'll get those awkward mini jumps. And if you jump in a predictable pattern, people will still be able to snipe you. And the sniper, it's one of the most powerful weapons in the game. If you want to get good at Fortnite, you need to get good with the pump. Most Fortnite players have a love-hate relationship with this gun, and you can destroy someone in one hit, but you can also do 9 damage at point-blank range for seemingly no reason. But just because it's annoying and inconsistent does not mean you should not use it. People who rely solely on the tactical shotgun and the SMGs always rage the hardest when they get one pump, so don't be that person. Just bite the bullet and learn to get good with the pump shotgun. At number 6, sniping too low. The bullet drop and travel time of snipers in Fortnite can be tough to get the hang of, and there is nothing worse than finding an easy target, pulling the trigger, and then watching that bullet just flop down at their feet and not even touch them. You should always aim high with the snipers in Fortnite. If you aim high, you'll drop low onto the target. If you aim low, you'll drop into the ground and hit nothing. You always at least want to give that bullet a chance to hit its target, and if you aim low, it does not have that chance. Cracking into the top 5. Sniping too high. I know. I just said aim high, but not that high. There is a happy middle ground between going too high and going too low in Fortnite. You have to be able to figure this out. You need to know where that middle ground is. There's nothing worse than aiming high at someone and the bullet just whizzes over their head and you give away your position with nothing to show for it. So, don't aim high, just don't aim low. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. Next up is saving minis for the last. Always drink your minis first. Whenever you find minis, you should drink them before drinking any other shield item. Minis are the only shield item in the game that cap out at 50, while the Chug Jugs, Big Shields, and Slurp Juices can all be used whenever you find them, and the new mushrooms now. In order to get the most out of your shields, drink the minis before anything else. And if you find a different shield item, wait a minute or two before drinking it so you could possibly get some of those minis to go in first. This is a common mistake among a lot of newer players, not having meds for the storm. Minis are probably the best healing item in the game to have during a firefight, but they won't do you any good if you're in the storm. Nothing is worse than seeing bandages, thinking to yourself, I'll be okay, and then dying to the storm. If you know you're going to be spending some time in the storm, you should always have some kind of HP healing item with you, be it bandages, a med kit, or slurp juice. At number 2, forgetting you have a launch pad. Launch pads are extremely helpful in Fortnite due to their ability to send you in or out of danger at a moment's notice. But nothing is worse than forgetting that you have a launch pad when you really need it. Now, because launch pads are pretty rare and the other trap items are pretty common, a launch pad will 99% of the time get buried in your inventory so you don't see it on your HUD, causing you to forget about it entirely. Here's a little tip from me to you. Whenever you pick up a launch pad, immediately go to your trap slot on your HUD and swap the launch pad to the top so it's always on your screen. That way, you'll never forget you have it when you're in a pinch. And finally, dancing in the open. This is easily the #1 biggest mistake you can make in Fortnite Battle Royale. Look, I know people love the emotes, and it's super satisfying to beat an enemy and then dance on them, but you can't be upset when you get blasted into oblivion when you're doing your celebration dance. When you start dancing, you not only lower your defenses for anyone to take a pot shot at you, but you also make a crap ton of noise that paints a target on your back for everybody that was watching you. Never dance on your enemies unless you are positive that you're not going to get punished for it. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 common mistakes that everybody has made in Fortnite. You guys let me know in the comment section, what is the biggest mistake that you have ever made in the game? And my name is Chaos. This has been another episode of Gaming Facts by Gameology, and I'll see you soon.